millions took to the streets of Tehran yesterday to mourn Iran's former supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's death. In fact, 4 months after he was assassinated, he's being laid to rest. Grief was visible everywhere. Mourners wept openly at the sight of the coffin that was displayed by Iran for the first time ever since he was assassinated. In fact, we're learning that alongside Khamenei's casket was the coffin of his family members who lost their lives in the joint US-Israeli airstrikes on the compound on February 28th earlier this year. The venue was blanketed by both sorrow and fury. Mourners wept openly. Anti-US chants rang through the air. We're learning that banners of Kill Trump was also raised there as far as this venue is also concerned. In one of the striking visuals, a woman was seen waving the Iranian flag while pressing the Israeli flag to the ground, and in a sign of the scale and sensitivity of the event, reports say that Iranian authorities had prepared thousands of graves as a contingency, in fact anticipating the possibility of the mass death at the gathering as well. Let's now listen in to some of the reactions that are coming in.
ما هممون طالب انتقام رهبر شهیدمون هستیم و این انتقام باید یک چیز عملی و جزئی باشه. به چه معنا؟ به این معنا که خون تمام کسانی که و شاید و باید و تابت علی قتله باید ریخته بشه زمین.
من بچه کوچیک دارم، گذاشتم خونه و اومدم فقط برای اینکه بگم رهبرم به خاطر ایرانش رفت. ایرانش رو از این به بعد ما باید زنده نگه داریم.
And with that, we have another breaking update coming in. Exiled Iranian opposition figure Reza Pahlavi has sharply criticized the ceremony held for Iran's supreme leader, claiming that it does not reflect the sentiments of the Iranian people. In a post on social media, he said that Iranians are mourning thousands of people killed during the crackdown under the current leadership, rather than grieving for the country's ruler. He also accused the government of spending public money on what he described as a propaganda event, and asserted that the absence of democratic world leaders at the ceremony underscored Iran's international isolation. He further claimed that the public anger against the ruling establishment continues to grow and will ultimately challenge the regime's hold on power as well. Akanksha Swaroop is joining us live on the broadcast with more details. Akanksha, we're learning that the main ceremony, the funeral, will take place tomorrow, and this is going to be a week-long farewell ceremony for Ali Khamenei. Take us through what will happen in the coming days, and also shed some light on exiled Iranian opposition figure Reza Pahlavi and what he has said as far as criticizing the ceremony that is being held in Iran that is concerned.
Right. So he's in fact taken to X, where he's gone on to say that Iran is not mourning Khamenei. Iran is grieving for more than 40,000 women and men who were massacred at the hands of Khamenei, Qalibaf, and their apparatus of repression. And we all know he's a dissident, exiled prince, the eldest son of the Shah of Iran, and his long-standing sort of conflict with the current Iranian leadership is much been in the public domain. And as much as he may want to call this a propaganda exercise, the fact is that nobody can defy the visuals that you can see, which are testament to how the people of Tehran have thronged the funeral procession of Khamenei, and more importantly, the U.S. President himself, in a phone interview to Axios, has gone on to admit that he was shocked to see the number of people who had been mourning for Khamenei. And more importantly, even the Iranian President, Masoud Pezeshkian, has in fact vowed to, seek revenge. He's gone on to talk about how the people are mourning the people who are actually mourning Khamenei's loss is just bearing evidence of Khamenei's greatness at the moment. To quickly answer the question that you posed, remember this is a days-long funeral procession. Just want to give the viewers a quick idea. Yes, Saturday and Sunday was in fact Imam Khamenei. His mortal remains were unveiled in the Moshala Hall in Tehran. And tomorrow, the funeral procession will remain in the Iranian capital of Tehran. But on 7th, the funeral procession will move to the holy city of Qom, On Thursday, it will be in the holy city of Mashhad. And following the procession, we know that the Ayatollah's mortal remains will eventually be laid to rest at the holy shrine of
Absolutely, and that will be on July 9th is what we're learning so far. Thanks so much, Akanksha Swaroop, for putting that into perspective. With this, a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.